gorgeous Italian woman who worked as an office manager for her father's modest trucking company in 1978. At a party, Patricia meets Maurizio Gucci, a law student who is heir to a 50% stake in the Gucci fashion firm through his father, Rodolfo. Patricia pursues the awkward Maurizio with vigor, seducing him into love. Rodolfo informs Maurizio that Patricia is solely interested in money, and that if he marries her, he would be disinherited. Maurizio abandons the family in favor of Patricia, despite his ties to Gucci. Patricia and Maurizio marry, and Maurizio joins the Reggiani trucking company as a driver. When Patricia falls pregnant, she sees her child as a way to bring her family back together. She tells Mauricio's uncle Aldo that she's expecting a child. Aldo is ecstatic, and takes the pair under his wing. Aldo introduces Patricia to his illiterate son Paolo, who, despite his lack of aptitude, wishes to work for Gucci as a designer. Maurizio, Aldo, and a terminally ill Rodolfo reunite soon before the latter's death, thanks to Aldo. Rodolfo reinscribes Maurizio in his will, but he fails to sign a document that Gucci shares before passing away. Patricia forges Rodolfo's signature, effectively handing Maurizio a 50% stake in Gucci. Patricia devises a scheme to acquire a controlling stake in Gucci by purchasing part of Aldo and Paolo's shares. The two hold the other 50% interest. She has a falling out with Aldo over the company's illegal black market sale of cheap fake Gucci goods, and seeks advice from Giuseppina, a psychic. She persuades Maurizio, who has no actual interest in Gucci, to become more involved. Paolo obtains proof that Aldo has been dodging taxes in the United States, and provides it to Patricia in exchange for her pledge to let him design his line. The IRS arrests Aldo and sentences him to a year and a day in prison. The police forcefully stop the fashion presentation after Patricia lies to the Italian police and tells them that Paolo is not allowed to use the Gucci logo. Paolo refuses to sell his interests to Patricia and Maurizio, and the two dissolve relations. Mauricio's house is raided by Italian police, who seek to arrest him for faking Rodolfo's signature. Maurizio and Patricia flee to Switzerland, where Maurizio reunites with Paola Franchi, an old friend. Maurizio determines that he is tired of his wife's influence on himself and the company after an argument with Patricia. He sends his wife and daughter back to Italy while starting an affair with Paola. When Mauricio's business ambitions backfire, he seeks help from InvestCorp, a private equity firm. He devises a scheme to buy company stock from a now bankrupt Paolo. When Aldo is released from prison, he understands what Paolo has done. When InvestCorp tries to buy Aldo out, he refuses until Maurizio admits to being the deal's mastermind. Dejected, Aldo sells his stock and stops communicating with Maurizio. Patricia makes an attempt to reconcile with Maurizio, but he dismisses her. Later, through his longtime assistant Domenico De Sole, he seeks Patricia for a divorce, which she refuses. Maurizio enlists the help of up-and-coming designer Tom Ford to rebrand the company with a new range. Although Ford's products are popular, Maurizio has mishandled the company to the point where InvestCorp's leaders feel obligated to buy him out and replace him with Ford and De Sole. Patricia becomes so enraged with Maurizio that she asks Giuseppina to assist her in killing him. Giuseppina connects Patricia with some Sicilian hitmen. A few days later, the hitmen assassinate Maurizio in broad daylight outside his home. The remaining characters' fates are described in closing title cards. Aldo dies of prostate cancer, and Paolo dies in poverty shortly after their shares are sold to Maurizio. Following their arrest for murder, Patricia, Giuseppina, and the hitmen are sentenced to hefty prison terms. InvestCorp purchased Gucci in its entirety and effectively managed it till the present day. No members of the Gucci family remain.